Hello, human designers. This is 12 Blue Lines. I'm Isis Silver, and this week's polarity is between tribal collaboration and individual introspection. Gate 44, collaboration, it's an awareness to to interact with the other people in the tribe. I think of it as an instinct for capitalism, the instinct to reach out towards that ego, towards that willpower center. And my own experience as carrying two gate 44s actually, my Uranuses, has me saying that. I think of it as a walking up to the ego to do what has to happen on the material plane. Very different scene over here in introspection up in the concept center. It's an individual conceptualizing gate. And can you imagine how this is an individual conceptualizing that balances out the tribal collaboration? This gate 24, this introspection is reacting to the pressure of mental exploration, gate 61 up above it. There's a pressure, no energy, no energy for that thinking, just a pressure to make the thoughts go round and round and round. And maybe something new will pop out every once in a while. So there's my overview. Let's get into some details. The keynote of the foundation of collaboration is conditions. Conditions in the tribe. Structuring the collective through conditions is what the blue line says here. Of course, this is tribal. I'm not quite certain why it says the collective, but I guess it sort of plays out that way, right? In any kind of yeah, capitalistic process, it's not just people in your tribe, but the collective that you interact with. And conditions are going to restrict some of the members of the community. And if you fail to establish some conditions for structuring in this capitalistic way, then the success of the tribe or the collective, I suppose, it might be threatened. You have to control the people a little bit to make things happen here. Balancing that out is the personal, individual experience of mental reassessment. The middle path is past thinking is corrected before renewal can take place. New ideas have to come out of letting go of old ideas. And I can tell you with my experience in gate 24, did I tell you I carry this one too? Um, those ideas can stay around for a long, long, long time. Years and years and years and years. And in fact, well, shall I not go into my personal details? Let's see what the natural does. The natural at collaboration is management, the purposeful development of collective structures. It's a little bit funny to me because I know the second line's not aware of anything purposeful, but I guess just a natural at collaboration is going to do that. What's the mental balancing? Recognition. The natural at introspection has the potential for spontaneous conceptualization as their middle path. I like the shadow on this one. It's brought out by Mars, of course. The vanity to consider the thought process one's personal merit and disesteem outside inspiration. You think that was your own thought. Yo, you arrogant second line. The bright side, brought out by the moon here, is the mental ability to spontaneously integrate new inspirations into one's thinking. New inspirations from gate 61, from other people, not totally sure. But in any case, the vanity to assume that it's your own thought. The experiencing of collaboration is interference. The alertness to handle interferences. What's it interfering with? I suppose it's interfering with the process of the material plane, the instinct to survive on the material plane that the channel represents. So On the bright side, that third line is going to be ready for those interferences, and on their shadow, of course, just not, because things are going to get in the way of collaboration. Oh, what a beautiful line. Regression. What does that even mean? Overcoming irrationality and triumph over regression is what is the blue line here. Irrationality. No, really. I'm just going to laugh at it. Let's go over to the fourth line over here. Sincerity. This is my line. This is my unusualness. Leadership with sincerity and impartiality is the middle path. So on the one side, that'll be not being impartial. And on the other side, it will be, yeah, we're all in this together. Let's do it. Balanced by reclusiveness. We think of the fourth line at some level as, being outgoing and networky, but there's many lines, many fourth lines that speak to solitude. And this fourth line, this blue line is solitude that encourages rational thinking. Of course, there's a shadow to that because you can live alone in a fantasy world in that solitude, or perhaps the solitude enriches rational thinking. And what happens at the fifth line? What does the collective want to see? Organization. Yeah, that's a good way to organize the people. Don't just set conditions, organize the patterns. The blue line, organization, the instinctive recognition of patterns, not even creating the patterns, but recognizing them. On the dark side is manipulating others. On the bright side is finding a place for everyone in the hierarchy so the community can be served by everyone. The savior of the tribe through collaboration, organization. Balanced by confession. What does that mean? Confession is admitting the mistakes of the past. On the bright side, it takes some courage to admit you were wrong before. On the dark side, well, you can kind of explain your way out of it. That 24 likes to try to explain things. What's the aloof line of gate 44? It's aloofness, right on out there. Aloofness which ensures one's well-being. Now, this is all about collaboration, but then the blue line for the sixth is aloofness which ensures well-being. Well, the sixth line's kind of not in the hexagram. So on the bright side, able to see the big picture, stay connected, but not really get involved. But then the dark side, that kind of sixth line arrogance, that looks down on others and wants to be the center of attention. Balanced by mental opportunity, the focus on rational thought processes. On the one side, able to recognize opportunities by being rational. On the dark side, the sixth line here is being deaf to missed opportunities because of suspicion. This word suspicion comes out in the uh, sixth line in the blue I Ching often, and I don't know if I recognize it, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. Hey, you six lines. Do you recognize suspicion as a keynote in six line business? If you have any other comments or questions about these two gates, I'd be happy to read them in the comments. I recently learned how to keep the comments open to all the readers, and so far so good with the blue I Ching here, the 12 blue lines being a free offering on my Substack. So please join in and chat if you'd like to. I am giving credit to this text and letting you know that I've opened up my WhatsApp. For years, I didn't even use WhatsApp or even a smartphone. But now I recognize that it's nice to just be able to message someone in this kind of tribal way. So feel free to email or send a message if any of this or anything else about human design needs more clarity, I'd be happy to apply my understanding to your situation. Take good care until the next gate.